challenging the Democratic presidential candidate on taxes. The next, he's a household name across North America. During last night's final televised debate, Barack Obama and John McCain gave what the kids would call a shout-out to Joe the Plumber, no fewer than 26 times. Tonight, we learn a little more about Joe, who seems to be handling all the media attention with remarkable composure. NBC's Kevin Tibbles reports.
I'm getting ready to buy a company.
At first, he was simply Joe the Plumber questioning Barack Obama.
Your new tax plan is going to tax me more, isn't it?
But during last night's presidential debate, Joe became a TV touchstone, the everyman battling big government and taxes.
To Joe the Plumber.
With Joe the Plumber.
Now, my old buddy Joe.
By debate's end, a Wikipedia page had appeared. By sunup, his quiet Holland, Ohio street was clogged with reporters.
I mean, they were using me to make a point, so I don't mind it as long as people actually stop and think.
What also appeared in this age of the internet and instant information was all sorts of material about Joe the Plumber.
You're very welcome.
Searches show Samuel Joseph Wurzelbacher lives at this address.
Yes, it would be. Samuel J. Wurzelbacher is registered, but Joe Wurzelbacher's not.
The Ohio Construction Industry Licensing Board says there is no certified plumber with that name in the state. Joe, who works for a licensed plumbing company, says he doesn't need a license. And while he says he wants to someday make more, he says his present income would benefit him under Obama's tax plan.
And actually, I would be receiving, if you believe him, I would be receiving his tax cuts.
Joe has other tax issues. Last year, the state of Ohio filed a tax lien against him for $1,182.
To Joe the Plumber.
And then there's the phone interview he did with Katie Couric last night.
Yeah, I've always wanted to ask one of these guys a question and really corner them and get them to answer a question for once instead of tap dancing around it. And unfortunately, I asked the question, but I still got to tap dance.
For some, John McCain's introduction of Joe the Plumber into the debate was a mistake.
It wasn't smart just to shoot him out of the cannon without figuring out who he was.
Others suggest too much is being made of it all.
But I think it is unfair to essentially attack and tear down the questioner. I think the question, frankly, is a lot more important.
I'm a flash in the pan. I'm just a novelty. Joe the Plumber. It's going to be fun for a couple days, and then it's going to go away.
The man known nationwide simply as Joe the Plumber says he'll keep politics in perspective. He's got a job to go to and a son to raise.